creative confidence is really two things in almost equal measure. First is just the natural human ability to come up with a breakthrough idea. And we do think this is a natural ability. Everybody's creative, some people bury it deeper than others. And so it's that natural ability plus the courage to act. And what we discovered in our research is that a lot of people have the first part. They have the ability, but they're afraid to raise their hand, or they're reluctant to start prototyping the idea. And so they stop, and they hold back, and their idea runs down the drain. And so you really need both to have creative confidence.
We really like working with people who have really deep skills, deep technical skills. So whether it's a doctor or an engineer or somebody who has that the technical factors are really important to them. And so what we really believe is that they have focused on that kind of to their benefit, but they're also usually missing the notion of the importance of the human factors when combined with the technical factors. So you're really in good shape. We really think there's kind of three major areas. The business factors, so that you know that something is actually viable in the marketplace. The technology factors, which are the kind of feasibility. But what we do is, and what we really care about, is bringing the human factors into it. So with the technical knowledge, you're at least a third of the way there, right? And so what we've found is that if we can get technical people to have empathy for the people they're designing for, it just opens up their world. They're more motivated, they're more inspired, and they get different choices. So often we have a technical person who really doesn't want to go out and deal with the messiness of wading into the actual situation where the person is going to get the treatment, or the person's going to have to deal with this highly technical product. And the end result is, I guess because I'm an engineer, a technical person, and by training, I think that they're particularly empathetic people once it's turned on. It's like a switch that hasn't been turned on in a while, and once they become empathetic to that person that they're trying to help, they're going to save their life, they're going to make it easier for them to use this device or be more comfortable in the hospital or whatever. I think that motivation is so high that it's even more motivating than it was when they were just doing something because it was technically interesting.
Right, so it's not the empathy instead of the technical ability. It's combining the two. It's adding on design thinking or creative confidence to the deep technical abilities that are already there. Many years ago we hired a guy who'd worked on the early digital thermometers. The ones you put in your ear to see if your kid has a fever or not. And he thought, deeply technical background, and he thought that it was all about precision. He was trying to get the sensor so they get more digits to the right of the decimal point. And then he used empathy, and he actually went in the field, and he talked to moms, and he went to emergency rooms, and he realized they don't need precision. Mom really wants to know, does my kid have no fever? That would be kind of a green light. Do they have a little bit of a fever, a yellow light? And do they have a high fever, a red light? That's all she really wants to know. And so it's combining that technology with humanity where you really start to get things right.